This is my demonstration speech on how to crochet, and this is my audience.
I'm waiting.
Okay. I love finding the perfect gift for someone and then crafting it myself. I've turned to crocheting for many gifts that I have given to others. My name is Hannah Rankin, and I am going to teach you how to crochet today to create an affordable and lovely gift. I myself am a beginner, so this will be a very basic lesson. I'm in the process of making a blanket, but I've also made a basic head wrap and a hat. I feel this topic is relevant to you, as crocheting is easy to learn and can make a very personal and inexpensive gift. Crocheting is a wonderful hobby as it is a great stress reliever. I use it during K-State during final weeks to be a stress reliever. There are 3 main steps to making a blanket. The first one is how to begin a blanket. The second one is to construct the middle. The third one is to tie off the end. Before we start, we need to know the history. Crochet originated in Europe in the 16th century. The word crochet developed from a French word that means hook. The materials range from grasses to animal furs and then to silk. Many of the hooks were made out of bone, wood, and more recently plastic. Now that we know the history, we can move on to the process. The first step is to gather your materials. One of the benefits is it does not take many materials. One of the most important items is to choose your yarn. There are a variety of yarns, but it's dependent on your project. For a beginner, a simple plain yarn is the best, as it is easy to work with. The amount of yarn depends on the project, but if you use a pattern, it tells you how much to use. When choosing the size of your hook, always refer to the package of the yarn. It has a recommended crochet hook size on the label. The most common hook size is 5 to 7 millimeters. A good rule of thumb is to take your string, like this, and double it like that, and take your hook around it. And that will be a good rule of thumb for knowing how big of hook you need. Okay, and the last item you'll need to crochet successfully is a bright light source. After you have the materials needed, it is necessary to be able to hold the crochet hook properly. The first one is called the knife gripper. It's just like that. And the pencil gripper is you hold it like this. After we've gathered the materials needed to complete it, we need to choose the pattern. The pattern should reflect your level of skill level. And for one thing to choose, when choosing your pattern, you need to think about tension. When you change tension during a project, it can make it longer if you lose tension and tighter if you gain tension. For example, on this blanket, on my blanket that I'm making right now, I have lost tension, and then it's made it longer as we go down. But to fix that, I'll cut it and then I will make a cuff to fix that. Practicing is also an important thing before you start, as it gives you experience and makes you comfortable with your new pattern that you have chose. Now, how to begin, you will take your string and you will loop it around your 2 fingers and have about 4 inches of slack. And you'll loop it over the top like this and down and have your slack facing down. And you'll pull through with your 2 middle fingers. And when you want to pull it tight, you grab both and this and make it about a 1/2 inch loop, just like that. Okay. Now make your first chain. Okay, you have your hook facing up through it, have your slack facing down, and then you go under the string and pull it through, just like that. And you want to make sure your loop is the same on each single crochet. And you do that again. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure you count, as you want to have the same number of single crochets on each row. And after, this is an example of 10. That's what it should look like. Okay. Now to move on to the second row. Okay. So you put your hook through there, the loop, and now to move on the second row, you put your hook through this first single crochet, and you pull under, just like that. Now you will have 2 loops on your hook. And now, then you pull under the string again and pull it through both hooks. And then you go through the exact first single crochet again, and then you pull the string under, and now you have 2 hooks again, loops on your hook, and then you pull through again. And that's how you start your second row. And then to incorporate it, you just go to the next single crochet, just like that. And you do the exact same process. And then you keep doing that for when you did 10 single crochets, you do that for all. And what it should look like is this at the end, incorporated. Okay, and now to move on to the third row. Now, from the third row on, you need to create an extra slip knot on the end. Just like this. Just one moment. Okay, so you'll create an extra slip knot and just have an extra loop. And then you'll turn over and you do the exact same thing. You go to the first single crochet and you pull through, then 2 loops, and then again. And you do that for however long the row is. Do it once again. And now to finish off your row, you will take your single crochet, and you'll have your loop, just like that, and you will pull your extra slack through there. So you put your hook through here, and pull your string through, and pull it all the way through, and pull tight, just like that. And then when you have scissors, you can just cut it off, and that will be your finished product. Now you know the steps to crochet a blanket. I hope you understand the background of crocheting and the steps it takes to create a project. I hope this has been an informative talk and has inspired you to try to crochet. Are there any questions?
How many projects have you made?
3. That's my project I started in December. Over Christmas break I made a hat and then some head wraps. Any other questions?
Did you teach yourself or did?
My sister taught me. She was crocheting over Christmas break. We used to crochet as little girls. And she re-taught me and I just took off. Anything else? Good?
Great.
Okay. Thanks. This was my speech.